Right, Joan is working at the Rabbit Lake mine. She's a millwright there, so she's in charge of maintaining all the heavy machinery. Now, she has to replace this belt on the conveyor, and she's going to use the cosine ratio to figure out the length of the belt that she must order. So, she has measured the angle of elevation to be 42 degrees, and she has measured from where the conveyor reaches its lowest point all the way to where it reaches its highest point along the ground is 7 meters. So with those two measures, she can now calculate the length of the belt, which is also, if we look at our right triangle, the hypotenuse. So we know that cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. Now, we want the cosine 42. And if we look at the adjacent side to 42, that's our 7 meters. And our hypotenuse is the unknown, and that's what we're trying to figure out. So what we want to do is we want to set up a proportion and then cross multiply. That's going to be the easiest way to calculate this. So anything over itself, any number or value over 1 is always going to equal itself. So we just put cos 42 over 1 is the same as cos 42. Now we can cross multiply. So we have cos 42 times hypotenuse is cos 42 hypotenuse. 1 times 7 is 7. Now what we want to do is we want to isolate our hypotenuse, and the easiest way to do that is to just simply divide by cos 42. And what you do to one side, you have to do to the other. Now cos 42 will cancel each other out, and that leaves us with our hypotenuse will equal 7 divided by cos 42 on your calculator. When you punch it in, you're going to see a big decimal number. If we round it off, it's going to be 9.4 meters is what the unit we were looking for. So she is not going to order a belt that is 9.4 meters long, because we know that a belt or a conveyor belt is actually twice as long as it appears in the right triangle. We have to remember that it's actually a loop. A belt's a loop. So what we have to do is we have to double that number in order to find out the actual length of the belt. So if we just simply multiply 9.4 times 2, we're going to get 18.8. So here's our final answer. So Joan must now order a conveyor belt that is 18.8 meters in length.